Hello, hello. This is my everyday makeup routine that I've been doing recently. These hair clips that Tatcha sent have actually been a game changer because I used to use like little silver ones and they were good, but these are like wider so they hold the hair back. Also, the hair has held. I went to a Lancome event last night and I wanted to try something different because basically I was on set and the guy, he did my hair and the curls lasted and my hair just, I don't know what it is, the curls never last. I noticed he used a smaller barrel, so I tried using a smaller barrel to get like more voluptuous, is that the word? Voluminous. Anyway, it really worked because it lasted and I've slept in it and it's still like curly. I also use texturizing spray because he used, I'm not even joking, the whole can. But if it gives me curls like this, I'm not hating. The Tatcha water cream, it is worth it. It's so expensive, but I have noticed a huge difference underneath my makeup. This is always what makeup artists use on me on set. Is this or the Release? I love CeraVe, always a really good affordable go-to. But if you want to feel a bit bougie and have a little spatula, I like using the spatula, I find it really fun. But then it just looks so cute. I've already used this morning the Allies of Skin Moisturizer. I use it every single morning that I wake up. They sent me a few bits and everything I've tried from them I've really loved. I've noticed a huge difference in my complexion. And then I also follow it through with the Tatcha SPF. I wear SPF every day. I've aged. I'm 21 now, which is crazy. This has been my current beverage of choice. It's the soda waters from Waitrose. I don't know what it is. I just love drinking out of a can and I love sparkling water. This has been great. Always a good thing is to plump your lips. Plump your lips or moisturize them because then it just makes the lip product apply a lot nicer and not have like dry and crusty lips. Use the Tatcha one. Best lip mask I've ever used in my life. It just feels incredible. These two products give me a base that I just absolutely adore. It's like super glow but like really natural and looks like you're just glowing from within, shall we say. So it's the Chantel Sheer Glow Gold Face Tint and the ByTerry Brightening CC Cream. I just like apply it with a brush. Got to quickly show you my new makeup bag. How pretty is it? It's so pretty. It's like embroidered and it's big, which is good because I've got a lot of makeup. I always think if younger me could see how much makeup I have now, she would literally cry happy tears because I've always been addicted to it. But obviously I can't speak apparently. I can't get through everything, but it's great because I get to try so many different products. From now using so much makeup, I think I really notice what I like in products and what I don't like. Like this new, it's not a new product, it's new to me. The Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I feel like it's been a classic for ages. Like I heard so many people talk about it. I was always scared of foundations that they would be really noticeable, but I've just found if I use a tiny bit on like a fluffy brush, you really can't detect it on your skin. And this was from being on set. I used to think when I wore makeup, I was like, oh my god, it's so noticeable, like I've got so much on my face. But then when a makeup artist did it, I was like, it looks so natural. I really enjoy this It Cosmetics brush because it's like really fluffy. It just makes your skin look like skin. And that's always my goal. And it's dual ended, so then I go in with concealer. I don't know which concealer to use. I've got this, wait, let me show you. I think you just heard all my makeup just fell everywhere on the floor. I love my life. I'm literally about to cry. My favorite eyeshadow palette. I'm not even joking. My other favorite eyeshadow palette. I don't want to open it, it's just so sad. Me literally saying how much I love makeup and appreciating it and then I just literally drop it all on the floor. I've got 3 different concealers. They're all different shades as you can see, which is why I kind of like mixing and matching because then I find I can get my perfect complexion. The ByTerry concealer is so great at natural coverage. Then if I want like a bit more, I'll go with the Ilia and Lancome just to add to those areas. And these are a bit darker than the ByTerry one because this can sometimes be a bit pale for me, which is like a great ego boost because I'm like, I'm tanned. I'm not, but I like to think so with the Getting a Lighter concealer. Great drugstore options are the L'Oreal True Match concealer, and I also love their skin tint in the True Match like range realm. Mix and match. I'm gonna go with the Lancome. I really like the applicator on this because it's so like big. And I got this tip again. Oh my god, I feel like I sound like a broken record like every time I'm on set, but it's so true because obviously I'm working with professionals and so any advice or anything that they do I really pay attention to because I'm like, okay, I can add that to my makeup routine. They never just go in with like one shade of concealer. They're always mixing and matching to get the perfect undertone and shade. So I really recommend maybe getting 2 different shades just because they've got different undertones and then when they blend they'll look like your skin. Just taking the other side of that It Cosmetics brush, I'll tend to blend out my eye concealer because I don't mind that being not as pigmented, but I'll leave the rest. If I'm letting the concealer sit for a bit, you get more colour payoff. And I'm also covering my scar from my motorbike accident, which is healed very well, thank goodness. I thought I was going to be out of work for ages with it, and it's actually been okay. And then a brand that's been new to me, but I've really just like fallen in love with the formula is Westman Atelier. I just find the products so easy to blend, but still super pigmented. So I just kind of draw on where I want my contour with my fingers. I find I can be more precise with like the placement. And then I like putting a bit on my eye for a bit of like eye contour. I find it helps. Okay, at this stage I'll just like blend in the rest of the concealer. I feel like I look really crazy, but trust the process, trust the process. And then I'll blend bronzer in. Kind of like clean that up is I'll just go back in with my concealer brush, like with whatever's left over, and just kind of go over the points that I want to be lifted and highlighted, so like the centre and the bridge, and then directly underneath my cheekbone. Because it doesn't really add coverage, but it just kind of like sharpens up and makes you look more snatched. I don't know why I use the word snatched. I never use the word snatched. I've been doing this regularly. Like sometimes my friends will have sayings, and then when I'm around them, I say the sayings that they would say, but it just never sounds right coming out of my mouth because I'd never say it. Like my friend says bussin'. When have I ever said busted in my life? And then I said it around her the other day, and you know, it just goes silent. We both looked at each other and went, like, did that just happen? And then just then I said snatch because I feel like people in makeup say the word snatch, but I don't say it, so I'm not gonna say it. Got so many new blushes I've also been really enjoying, so I can never decide which colour I want to go for. But the Westman Atelier in the shade, what shade are you in? Minette is a gorgeous like corally colour. And I've got this one from Merit, which is also beautiful. It's in Fox. And then the House of Labs blushes. All of these formulas I absolutely love. I think I'm gonna mix and match because I can't decide. I'm going to start with the Merit Flush Balm. This is like a really natural... Hello. I'm trying to film the video. This is like a really natural flush. As you can see, like it obviously it has pigment to it, but not as much as the House of Labs and the Westman Atelier, but I love it for like a flush. And again, I find by mixing two different shades of blushes is you also just get that really natural effect, bringing it also everywhere. Another product that I feel like really changed the game with like how my complexion looks is using a shimmery bronzer after my regular bronzer and blush, because I feel like it just ties them both in together. And this is the Ilia bronzer in the shade Rave. I just find it a really gorgeous product, and I love using it as a topper as opposed to just using it on its own, because then I can really like focus the bronzer where I want, and this is just a lovely like veil of glow over the top. And then a highlight that I've been loving is also Westman Atelier. I told you I've just been loving their products. They're really good. Oh, I've got a bit of fluff in this one. And this is in the shade Nectar. And I just take the same blush brush because then I find it blends in to the blush as well. And I just kind of put that on the top points of my cheekbones, on my nose and on the forehead. And this is like the base that I've just been, it's been my go-to. Look at the glow. And it just looks flawless, like genuinely flawless. I did also get very humbled on set the other day. Onto mascara, I'm using the Westman Atelier again. But this formula has actually become like a staple now because it's so dry and it's not clumpy, which are like two things that I love in a mascara. And also I find it really holds a curl in my lashes, as well as just lengthening and separating. Like it's just been an all-in-one. Last night when I did my makeup, I went for like a red lip. I went out there, I did something different. I've been trying to do different things on my makeup because I just get bored of doing the same thing every single time. And I paired it with the Gucci mascara, and I used the Gucci mascara on top. Honestly, my lashes were, they looked like really long, and I don't have long lashes, although I do have long lashes from using Rapid Lash, because that really changed. I rave about it all the time because I used to have like literally no lashes, and then I used Rapid Lash and I suddenly grew lashes. Anyway, what was I saying before? Yeah, so I was shooting. This is my brain literally just goes from one thought to the other. Also, I curl my lashes. I always curl my lashes before mascara. I really cannot stand when my lashes aren't curled before mascara. But yeah, I got humbled on set because basically it was a makeup shoot, so obviously my hands are going to be in it, and I haven't had a manicure in a hot minute. My nails in winter, they get really dry around the edges. I fall behind on like moisturising and cuticle oil. Anyway, so I said to the manicurist, I was like, please don't look at my nails. And bless her, I think she was trying to be sweet, but at the end she was like, you need to start getting regular manicures. You should be using cuticle oil. And I was like, yes, I know. It was actually so sweet because it was my birthday. How long ago was it now? I literally feel like it was yesterday, but now it's like 2 weeks ago and I'm still reaping the benefits. They bought me a cake midway through. I was literally on my lunch break and they bought me out a cake and it was so sweet. And literally was like nearly in tears because I've been working with Lisa for like 3 years now, and we're going back through like our shoots. I started when I was literally a baby, like 17, and it's just crazy to kind of like go through that long. Love the brand so much, all of their products. Their mascara as well is one of my favorites, but I ran out, which is really sad. It's just like so cool to see how, I don't know, it's so interesting to see the behind the scenes of makeup products and like when they're marketed, because with Lisa, like so much thought goes into every single shoot and like every product. You know, she's so picky with how the formula looks and if it's right, and I really respect that, and I feel so blessed to be the face of it sometimes, which is really quite cool. Can you see how my lashes are looking? and the baby lashes. I'm now going in with powder. I usually use this powder on a night out, but I didn't bring my everyday powder with me, which is usually either the Rare Beauty one or the Kosas Breezy powder. But I love the TooFaced for a night out, so I'm just gonna take a really light hand as it does like set a lot. I feel that's not the terminology to use. There's a motorbike. And I feel like I've also got a lot better at makeup recently because I've been doing it so much for events, which is great. Taking makeup sprays, I go maybe overboard to some people, but I love a makeup spray now. I take the Tatcha one, which is a luminous dewy skin mist, and this just brings back life after powder because I have really dry skin, which is why I can actually get away with not setting my powders in the day. For an evening look, I always set my creams into place just because I want the makeup to be literally like flawless and stay in place. But with daytime, I kind of let it sit because I go in with the Urban Decay All Night Setting Spray. Also, but the Morphe setting spray is really, really lovely. I made sure to not speak whilst doing that. The amount of times I've spoken whilst putting spray on, I literally choke myself. And then I take the Ilia eyebrow gel. I really, really like this gel. Why did I say really so many times? Right, I'm having my doodle dash hour. I love brushing my eyebrows back first because it like coats them all and then you can just kind of star them into place. Luckily, I don't really have to do too much to my brows because they're quite prominent, really. And I feel like if I touch them and try to fill them in, sometimes I now feel the tail in over the scar when I've been bothered, basically. But I don't mind it showing, you know? I think scars, what was the song? Scars make you beautiful. But also, they tell a story. Why have I gone on to a rant about scars? I'm using the Ilia lip liner in Banquette. Just like my favourite Your Lips Are Better shade. And it's so chunky, like every time I use it, I'm just like, oh, I love it, I love it. This shade from Westman Atelier, bringing it back again, Rêve, is a really pretty mauvey colour. For every day, I just kind of lightly tap it on, blend them together. And I finally got to the end of my everyday makeup routine. I don't know why I felt that took me so long today. I think the mishap of dropping everything in my bag, having to clean everything, because I hate makeup-y hands. So much I love makeup, I also respect makeup artists as well because they have like so much makeup on their hands, but I just hate it. It really takes me out the feeling of it. I love how it turned out personally, which is why I do it every day, believe it or not. You wouldn't think so, would you? That's all for today. Goodbye.